record.
All right, we'll start over.
Okay, here we go. Jen, welcome on today.
Kylie, I'm so excited to be here. Number one, because it's just been such a pleasure to watch you literally make your brand famous and start to be seen and just flourish and create this unbelievably successful business that not only is successful for you in your life, but you're helping so many people. But second of all, because I know that the people that are watching this right now are the type of people that are saving lives. And so if I can help the people in your group that are saving other people's lives, I feel like I've done enough for the month, because if you guys can get
for the year, maybe even.
That's right. Seriously, we're saving lives. The more you guys can get yourself out there, the more people are going to be able to find you, the more people are going to be able to be helped by you. And these are people that they need to literally change in order to live and thrive and be healthy. So this is really high stakes for me and very, very important.
If you guys are listening and you don't know who Jen is my secret weapon. She is the reason why I've been able to put myself out there so much, because I see her do it. So heck, if she can do it at 36 years of age, I can do it at 33. And she's just plowing away. So she is also an expert in helping you be seen and helping you take your brand to the next level. So again, you can help more people. And as you all know, COVID opened up so many doors for us. We no longer have to stay in the brick and mortar space. We get to go virtual and help people all over the world. So Jen, how do we do this?
Yes. Okay. So like you just said, we have this amazing new portal, new way of reaching people. That's totally mainstream now. Now, since the pandemic, we have this amazing gift that we can touch people and reach people through being home in this is my home. Welcome. This is a real background. This is really New York City.
Really New York, guys.
Really New York, but I'm in my sweatpants. And the cool thing about now is you can create credibility, influence, and authority through the power of places like mainstream media from the comfort of your own office or your own bathroom. I've seen people do media segments from their bathroom, their kitchen, and their sweatpants.
Airports. We've got people coming from the airport as they're traveling, jumping on a feed with NBC or whoever it is.
Yes, it could not be more easy. Now is the time to jump on this and to become the recognized expert in your space. Now, when it comes to health practitioners and anybody in the health space, it's incredibly crucial and important that you create credibility, influence, and authority. I call it CIA. Those are the three letters you just need to remember: credibility, influence, and authority. Because here's the thing. Anybody can go on Instagram and say that they're amazing. Anybody on the planet can go on Instagram and say that they have the cure, that they're the expert. I'm sure you guys see these people all the time, and you're probably screaming at your screen saying that's incorrect. People shouldn't be following them. People shouldn't be listening to them. People shouldn't be getting help by them. And you have the answers, but you're just not being out there. And so people are following those people and they're doing what those people say, and they're signing up for those people's programs, or they're even hiring those people as their health coaches and their practitioners. And simply because those people are getting online and just like telling the world that they know what they're talking about. Here's how you can separate yourself from all of the other people that are basically like not the real deal. And it's by creating credibility, influence, and authority. And the way that you create credibility is simply by creating trust. And how do you create trust? You can't create it yourself. You have to create it by being featured by other higher level, more trusted sources than you. Places like local television, national television, podcasts with some of the biggest podcast hosts in the world, all of the publications that are trusted, that are major mega influences in the world that we live in, especially in the health space. So think about it. When your potential customer is going to search for you, maybe they get a couple referrals to a couple different doctors. Okay. They ask around their friends, they're like, I have a thyroid issue. I know I have a problem. I need a doctor that specializes in this specific thing in thyroid. So they're going to go to their friends. Their friends are going to give them two different recommendations. Let's say they get two recommendations to two great doctors that specialize in thyroid disorders. Okay. What's the first thing they're going to do? Well, they're going to go Google, right, Kylie? They're going to go to the internet and they're going to do their research to say which doctor they're going to call to see if they can get a consultation with. Well, there could be two doctors that are just as good as one another, that charge the exact same amount of money, take insurance, don't take insurance, same exact thing. They could be exactly the same. In fact, one could be better than the other, but the one that has the most credibility, meaning the most trust, stamps of approval, meaning featured in the most mainstream media outlets, is the one that they're going to call simply because of perception. And that's an unfortunate truth. It is an unfortunate world that we live in where both doctors could be just as good. In fact, the doctor without the credibility, without the trust, without the mainstream media placements might even be better than the doctor with the mainstream media placements. But the customer that only sees what they see online is going to trust the doctor that was featured in Health Magazine, on the Today Show, on Good Morning America, and in all these major publications, and is more visible and is speaking up and is everywhere. It just gives them more credibility, more authority. So your customer is going to pick up the phone and it's going to call that one. So this is like for you guys, your health practitioners, you're saving people's lives. This is life or death here, that you need to be creating that credibility so that people call you and not the other person.
And can I just say, it doesn't need to go big, NBC, ABC, the works, because that's intimidating. But all you have to do is start off with podcasts.
Mhm.
I had no clue. I ran a podcast. I hosted my own podcast. No clue I could be a guest on other people's podcasts. And that you can use that to build credibility. You know, you get on Facebook and you say, hey, I joined so-and-so on her podcast today. Here's what we talked about. Boom. Share the podcast episode, credibility, like that. Now you want to go to the next level and hit mainstream media. Again, you guys, I've been on national TV from this very room.
Yeah.
Doors wide open for you
Wide
to take. Someone is going to take it. Might as well be you.
I love that you said you have to start somewhere too, because it can be intimidating when you think about impacting millions of people or putting yourself out there and getting on these big shows. You don't need all of that to start. All you need to do is get that first stepping stone. And Kylie, you started with the podcast. What's the lowest hanging fruit for you? How can you just start to dip your toe in to be visible? Because here's the thing, this is how confidence works. Because if there are any introverts here watching, I want you to pay attention. Yes, because
by the way, we're both introverts.
Yes, 1,000%. And this was not easy for me in the beginning. And I know it wasn't easy for Kylie in the beginning, but the more that you do, the more momentum and the more confidence that you create. So confidence comes from consistently sticking with the commitments you make with yourself. And often those commitments that you make might be a little scary, like going on someone's podcast or starting your own podcast or doing your very first Instagram live. It's going to be really scary, but I promise you that the only way to become more confident and to make it more easy and easier the next time that you do it is to just do it with fear in the passenger seat of the car, not wanting it to be perfect, knowing that it might be a little messy, knowing that it's going to be scary. If I look back at my old Instagram lives, my old media segments, they were really bad. But here's the thing, they gave me the confidence that I needed to keep going and to try again and to try again. And every single time I did it, I got better and better. And every single time the opportunities got bigger and bigger, because like Kylie said, she started with her own podcast. Then she started getting on other people's podcasts. And then because she got on other people's podcasts, she was able to start to get more media because she was leveraging. So that's the next tip, is once you get a little bit of credibility from whether it's a podcast or an article or a TV segment or whatever, or even if it's just maybe an Instagram live that you did with another doctor in this group, once you get a little hit, you need to then amplify it, get it everywhere so that you can create more credibility, more influence, more authority, and get the next opportunity that's going to come your way. But if you don't amplify it and you don't leverage it, you're missing 80% of the value. So that means sharing it on social media, emailing out about it, posting it in these groups, in groups like this, emailing your clients about it. Like, do you do a weekly newsletter? Share with them the podcasts you've been featured on, because customers and clients love to know that they made a good decision in hiring the person that they pay, right? So if you send them some mainstream media that you're featured in, they're just going to feel like, wow, oh my gosh, my doctor is so cool. I made the best decision. And that's how you create retention, client retention, by just showing them how fabulous you are, how much credibility you have in the space, and that they have done a great job, made a great choice by hiring you.
Not only employee retention, but now you've gotten referrals.
That's right.
People who you're already helping, who've already getting results. Now they're like, hey, I'm going to show you who my doctor is. Go work with them because they were just featured in this.
Mm-hmm. Yes, cool. I love that. Yeah, people love to brag about the person that they chose that they work with. They love that. That's their favorite thing. And the easiest way to brag and to showcase somebody is mainstream media. Everyone understands mainstream media. Not everybody understands an Instagram live necessarily. Not everyone understands a Zoom necessarily, but everybody understands the power of an article, right? Or if you can get a little snip, a recording from a podcast, right? That has like a really cool headline, maybe a cool image that goes with it. Everybody gets that. And that looks cool. It's perception. Looks cool to everybody. So it's easily shareable. So when they're referring you to somebody else, or let's say they get sent in their email this amazing article that you were featured in Well and Good, one of their favorite blogs that they read every single day. Oh my God, that's my doctor there. That's so cool. You know what? My friend is suffering with this. I've been waiting to send her the referral. This is the perfect time. I'm going to have her read this article and say, you know what? This is my doctor. You should really work with her or him.
Yeah. I love it. We have credibility, and then we have amplification, which you are masterful at. I'm working on that myself because I'll be on a podcast and I'm just on so many podcasts. I have so many things going on. I let it slip, but I'm cracking down. I'm going to start amplifying these things a little bit better.
Yeah.
And as practitioners, guys, it's really hard when at the beginning to fit my message in a 3-minute story. Put me on a 30-minute podcast. I have every listener sold.
Yeah.
On a YouTube channel, one of my colleagues that I work with, she went on someone else's YouTube channel, and within 24 hours of that video going live, she had over 150 new clients banging on her door.
Amazing.
$0 in ad spend. This was just amplifying her message on someone else's platform. And that's where I'm really getting the message at. And what Jen has taught me is I have all these platforms that I can speak on, but to build them and to get people there, I'm going to use other platforms to drive my traffic to my platforms, right?
Right.
So we have credibility, we have amplification. What's step number 3 to making your brand famous?
All right, I've got 2 more steps, okay? Because one of them is kind of like a step and a half. So this first one's very tactical. The next one is probably the most important one, but not as tactical. Well, kind of. So this one is exactly what you just said. Leveraging OPA, other people's audiences, because it's very difficult to build your own influence just by getting online and saying you're awesome. Remember, we talked about all of those frauds, especially in the health space, that get online and say that they're awesome, but they're not really the real deal. It's hard now with the algorithm. It's really difficult to build your own audience organically. The only way to do it nowadays, other than TikTok, which is still the only place that you can go viral, I firmly believe, maybe on
and gather lots and lots of haters. I get the haters a lot.
That's exactly, you'll get a lot of haters, but you can go viral on TikTok. But the best way to build an organic audience is by leveraging other people's audiences, getting on other people's Instagram lives. So this is a great community for that because you all have the same audiences, basically. So you should all be leveraging each other, doing lives with each other, having each other on your podcasts, or, you know, connecting each other with other people that have big platforms like that big YouTube channel, or people that know people in the media. The best way that, when I say other people's audiences, I mean mainstream media, podcasts, YouTube, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, all the places where you could shout each other out or get a shout out or be on a blog or be in someone's email blast. One of the biggest ways people are selling books right now is just other people emailing for them, or other people, look, we're doing it right now. Kylie has me in front of her audience, right? And then Kylie also has me speaking on her stage at her next big event, right? And then we're going to have Kylie at Unfair Advantage Live, and she's going to get up on our stage and share. We're going to have you share on our success panel. And so then everybody's going to have access to you as well. It's all about leveraging other people's audiences, and how can you do that to build more influence? So that's my 3rd step, but I want to give you my 3.5 step. Okay,
let's do it. I love it. And by the way, guys, she's got like 85 tips, and she's doing a great job of condensing them into like the most powerful ones that you could take action on right now. And that's key. Take action on it right now, because what you do over the next 100 days left of this year can set your 2023 up for so much bigger levels of success that you probably have never even dreamed about. It might take that one YouTube channel to just get 250 new patients. You have no idea. It's that power of one that I talked about last week right here. Power of one. All right, Jen, 3.5. Here we go.
3.5. So you just gave me the best layup ever to 3.5.
This we're already like so bouncing back and forth off each other. I love it.
It's so good. All right. So I could give you all the tools in the world. You can Google all the tools in the world. You can have all the tactical advice in the world. You can sit around and think about it all day long. You can map it out. You can write it down. Nothing is going to happen for you if you don't take action. And the biggest reason why I see people, especially in this space, stay as the best kept secret and never become a household name and are chasing down clients all the time, chasing down customers, even though they are the greatest doctors literally on the planet, saving people's lives, is because they are too scared of putting themselves out there and looking imperfect, or not having the perfect post, or the perfect podcast episode, or the perfect filter on that image, or the perfect messaging in their thing. It is simply because you are not taking action. So if I tell you to do anything today, it would be to start before you're ready. You're never going to feel 100% ready. It's never going to be 100% perfect. In fact, perfect is boring and people don't like looking at perfect people, including doctors. I want to know the real human behind the doctor. I want to know the real person. I want to see the imperfections. I'm imperfect. I want to see the from point A to point B story, because if you could go from this to this, then you could probably take me from this to this. So start before you're ready. And Kylie, can I share my favorite quote with you ever of all time for everybody? This is my favorite quote. I read it every single day, and it helps me to take action when I have perfectionism, imposter syndrome, all the things going in my head that are telling me, no, don't do it yet. You're not ready. Okay. Can I share it? Here we go. Start before you're ready. Don't prepare, begin. Remember, the enemy is not your lack of preparation. It's not the difficulty of the project or the state of the marketplace or the emptiness in your bank account. The enemy is resistance. The enemy is your chattering brain, to which, as if you give as much as a nanosecond, will start producing a million excuses, alibis, and transparent self-justifications as to why you can't, shouldn't, won't do the thing you know you need to do. Start before you're ready. That's tattooed on my husband-to-be's arm.
I was going to say, it's on your fiance's arm right there.
Yeah, it's on his arm. We read it every day. We say it every day, because you can know all the information, but if you don't start, the day is going to go by, the next day is going to go by, the next day is going to go by, and you're going to look back and you're like, shit, I wish I would have started a year ago, like Kylie started a year ago. You know what I mean? So just start. Doesn't have to be perfect. Go put yourself out there, make a video, go ask somebody to be on their audience, take action today. Put yourself in the room with people that are doing the things that you want to do. Make the relationships. You get this one life. So if I could tell you to do anything, forget everything that I said. Just remember this. Start.
Start before you're ready. So I had in my mind it was going to be 2024. That was the year I was going to do my conference, because I'd be more ready that year. Then screw that. Why wait? Start before you're ready. February 20, 21st, and 22nd, Orlando, Florida. It's going down. Jen's going to come join us on stage. I'm starting before I'm ready. So if I can do it, you can do it. If Jen can do it, you can do it. Guys, we're in our 30s. It's never too late. I don't care if you're 30, 60, or 80. Start before you're ready, because there are people who need your help and they don't know you exist.
That's right.
Okay, Jen, we need to spread the message even more powerful and help people, let's say, bigger their network.
Yes.
Get the relationships that we need to get. So like Jen and I had no idea who the heck she was 2.5 years ago, but we're building a relationship with each other, with other people. I mean, guys, Jen is on every freaking stage in the planet. She was in Brazil 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, speaking to 6,000 people. And it began with a relationship she built, a connection she made.
Mm-hmm.
So Jen, we've got an event coming up where we can make some big time connections. Why don't you tell us about it?
We do. So everybody asks me, Jen, what's your secret? What's your secret? I was just on a call with someone this morning. They were like, you're everywhere. You're everywhere. I can't like turn on my phone without seeing you, or still look at a stage or an image. We have a stage without seeing you there. You're everywhere. What is your secret? Tell me what you're doing. I said, it is not rocket science. Do you want to know what I'm doing? I'm building relationships. I'm helping people, and I'm leveraging those relationships. Okay. So we have an event, Chris and I, that we do in New York City. This is going to be our 11th time doing it. It's our last time doing it. We're never doing it again. It is the most powerful event, but it's also the most expensive event because it's in New York City, which is why we can't do it anymore. It's just not profitable for us. It's so powerful.
There are people like me who would pay all arms and legs to be at this event. I will be at this event in October. And I'm going to tell you guys, they held it back in May, and I couldn't get myself there because I'm a mother, couldn't get kids taken care of. But they got a billboard in Times Square and
Mhm.
put every single member who was attending the event on that billboard. I literally messaged Chris and was like, Chris, give me the number, give me the payment for the next event. I paid him the very next day. So if you want to talk about leveraging and getting seen and being seen and people knowing you exist, you got to be to this event. Jen, tell
Yes.
us more.
Yes. Okay. So yes, we do that, and we will do that again. So everyone's face gets to be on a billboard. But here's what this event is about.
In Times Square, not just any billboard.
In Times Square.
Square.
In Times Square. Yes. 1,000 in Times Square. Like if you've ever envisioned yourself on a billboard in Times Square, like where the ball drops, like that's exactly where your face will be when you come to this event. Now, this event is very special, very different. It's not your typical entrepreneurial event. It's an event that's 3 days. And it is invite only. So we only invite the highest performing entrepreneurs, people with real businesses. So you're going to be in the room, number one, with people that you want to connect with. You're going to be in the room with people, other people's audiences that you can leverage. Everybody is there to help each other. So for over the 3 days, we teach you everything that you need to know about how to be visible, how to be seen, how to get in the media, how to pitch yourself, and then how to amplify that media in a powerful way to get you to become the recognized expert in your space so that you don't have to search for clients. They're coming to you. So that's what we're going to teach you. While we teach you that, you're in the room with some of the top entrepreneurs in the world. We have a lot of health practitioners and health experts that come to this event. It is very, very populated with people in this space because we're able to help people in this space really well. We have media panels with some of the top media in the entire world that will be able to do Q&A with you. Our keynote speaker is Miss Lori Harder, who has one of the top podcasts in the world. And then we also have a pitch tank panel where some of our members, our attendees, I hope you're going to apply, Kylie, to do this, get up on
How to
stage.
create my new pitch because it's about my new message, and I'll get there. Might not be this event, but I'll get there.
Just do it. Start before you're ready. Get on the stage.
Start before you're ready. Okay, got it.
Yeah, just do it. I'm telling you, just do it. It'll be great. And then here's the key though. On day 2, we talked about making relationships and getting in the room with people that you need to know. On day 2 of this event, we hold something that I've never seen done before ever. I don't even think it's doable. I think we're the only people in the world that can do it. We have a media mixer where we invite over 200 of the top media gatekeepers in the world to come and make relationships with our attendees. So when I say media gatekeepers, I say the producers from the biggest shows in the world, the Today Show, Good Morning America. Any New York local news channel is going to be there. Every single publication you can ever imagine, the New York Times, Shape, Women's Health, Men's Health, Well and Good, Mind, Body, Green, all of them, every single publication that you can ever imagine, all the top shows, Kelly Clarkson's show, all of them. You want a show, they're going to be there. The people, the producers, the bookers, they're there. And we have a party on the rooftop of one of the coolest hotels in New York City. And if this is making you feel nervous and insecure and like, holy shit, what do I even do in a room like that? You're okay, because we really focus on helping people that are more introverted and are scared of rooms like that. And part of what we teach at this event is how to go into that room and make powerful connections. And everybody in the room is introverted. So everybody's in it together. Everybody helps each other make relationships. We've had unbelievable results from this event. It is very powerful. And I want to invite you guys to come. So if you're part of Kylie's community, that means that you are approved. It means that you are good to go. You'll get on a call with someone from our team and they will tell you about it and like get you feeling really comfortable about it. But I want to give Kylie all of your people. So when you fill out an application, I'm going to tell you how to fill out an application just so you can book a call. I want you to say that Kylie referred you, and I will give you $500 off so that you can pay for your flight to come to New York City. This is not something that I give out regularly. It's just for Kylie's community because we love Kylie so much and she's been so supportive, and you guys are doing such important work and I want you in the room. So if this feels like something you need to just start and do before you feel ready, I want you to go to unfairadvantagelive.com, and Kylie will post that, I'm sure, in the group as well. Unfairadvantagelive.com. Fill out the application and make sure in the application you say you were referred by Kylie, so that when you get on the call, we can then give you the code when you sign up to get $500 off.
That's happening October 18th through 22nd.
18th, 19th, 20th.
I just know I'm going to be there till the 22nd.
Yeah, because you're in the mastermind.
I'm flying to New York the 17th. I'll be there through the 22nd. So I'm going to be there all week. I'm waiting to meet you guys. You guys have all said, when are we going to meet in person? Well, let's meet in person in New York, and then we'll meet again in person in February. Start before you're ready. One of my keys to success is to put myself in these rooms. You know, I went to an event in Florida a couple weeks ago. I was terrified to walk into that room, knowing I was probably the one making the least amount of money in the room. But I felt so good when I walked in, and the relationships I made, the connections I made there, they're just priceless. So if you want to reach that next level of success, if you want to like bust out of being a practitioner and heck become a speaker on stage and get paid for speaking gigs or whatever it is that you're dreaming of and afraid to do, Jen's got the ticket. She's got the ticket to help you get there. If I can do it, so can you. Little Miss Redheaded Girl from Utah, farm girl from Utah, can bust out of my shell as an introvert and as a girl of fear, kick fear in the passenger seat, like Jen's saying, and just do the next step.
I have goosebumps.
Come join me in an Unfair Advantage Live in New York in October. I'll drop the link below. I'll send it out so you guys always have it. Be sure to apply because they are running low on tickets. I think Chris posted the other day that there's only like 28 tickets left. So claim yours fast. Get it now, and I'll see you in New York.
This was so fun. See you guys soon.
Thanks, Jen.